Dun, dun, dun.
Oh. I'll get that right one day. So, I'm Ette of Ette's Hobby Corner. My pronouns are she, they, and if you really fancy it, he. This is my friend Mappy, and his pronouns are he, him. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was watching the stream. I was a bit behind.
Don't you worry.
Yeah. Hey, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Yeah. Shall we say a little hi in the side chat? But while a couple more people pop in, and then we'll get started.
Yeah.
Okay. So we shall say hello to Iris Stew, who, if you haven't heard his tune that's dedicated to Mad B, you should really check out.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, it's a really good tune. I like it. And hello to Dora. Hello to Carl. Hello to Tina and Mark. Where are we? And Mr. Wonderful. And a Demon Orbs here. And purple rhymes with orange. For no reason. That's the lady you were talking to about the bike the other day.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Hello.
So hello. Would
Hello.
you like to tell us what your hobby is?
As probably comes to no surprise to most people who tell me to shut up about it, you're in trouble now because it's motorbikes.
Yay!
Yay!
Also, nobody's allowed to tell you to shut up about motorbikes here unless we run over 2 hours. Then we'll say, resume again later.
Exactly.
So, is there obviously any questions will be in the side chat. I will also ask some questions. But so to start you off, why did you get into motorbikes?
Yeah, tricky. It all started back in sort of mid-60s. I had a friend. Her dad was always into sort of cars and motorbikes and everything. And I was only about 7, I suppose, 7-ish, 6, 7. And she turns up on this mini bike. Basically, all it was 2 wheelbarrow wheels and engine out of a lawnmower strapped into the frame, pair of handlebars, and off you go. Put a seat on it, and you got yourself a little mini bike. Yeah. And she just pulled up one day, and she said, "Do you want to have a go?" I said, "As you do." Yeah, why not? Fell off a few times. She laughed her head off, but we got on really well, and that just went from there, really. Dad took me to Riverside Raceway, and I can still smell all the smells of the drag raceway. That was all the alcohol, the burning rubber. people are just so friendly. You know, this little tiny kid amongst all this really massive machinery was making massive noise, and my eyes were like this. Wow.
Wow.
I wasn't scared at all. My dad,
No.
I think he sort of twigged then. He knew I was going to be trouble. But he never stopped me. He always encouraged me. And so as time went on, as I got older, it was always me he called when he wanted to do any mechanical work on his car. So I sort of learned how to sort of stand with him, which is quite good. And progressed from there and got my first moped. I think I was 11 when we moved over here. I moved over here in '69. And yeah, that's sort of, we got a place, settled in. I sort of local schools, got me motorbike habit, got myself a paper round job, so I had some money in my pocket and bought my first moped for 50p, I think it was.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't running. Well, sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. So somehow I muddled and got it going, and that was quite fun. Of course, that was the fastest thing I've, in the world. It's faster than rockets or anything. It wasn't, probably barely done 15 miles an hour, but I felt like,
Yeah, you felt like king of the world on it.
Yeah, and it's just such a feeling, a rush. You cannot literally get anywhere else. You can jump off mountains. Trust me, I have. You can slide down mountains. You can wind sailing. Everything's got its own feeling, but you can't replicate what you do on a motorbike. And the best way, as most motorcycles will probably relate to this, if you love roller coasters, that bit when it goes over and you feel the force, the G-force, acceleration, that's what motorbikes give you all the time. And
Yeah.
and it's free. It's mind-blowing. I don't know, you're just that one sort of thing. I know people say it's all sort of spooky, but it is. It's anyone that does their own sport, like people who sail or do windsurfing and all that, they'll tell you the exact, it's a feeling that makes you just feel alive, I suppose. I don't care if it's a moped or someone's riding, like, I'm going to have to shout out to Dora. Or if they're just riding a touring bike, they're riding two wheels, and to me they command respect because I know what they're feeling. And if they're just going to work and back every day and not think about it, they still know, they can relate to what you talk about. And it's just, I don't know, it's just so exciting. Just can't get enough of it. It's an adrenaline buzz, I guess, for free. Well, apart from the peril. Yeah. It's just, I saw it progressed and just, I don't know, just weird. I just couldn't get enough of them. And people used to come to me for their motorbike needs and everything. I used to sort of buy and sell them, do them up. And as you progress, you sort of learn a little bit more. I started teaching a lot of people to ride. Of course, you get all the egotistical people turn up and think they can ride one and then make themselves look silly because they got but that's quite funny. I didn't mind because they're cheap things. It didn't matter if they crashed as long as they didn't hurt themselves. That's the thing I said. You can do what you like, just don't hurt yourself. The motorbike can be fixed, so don't worry about it.
My dad always says, if in doubt, drop it.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's always a mistake. It's a mistake a lot of people make when they're riding a motorbike is they cling to the acceleration and that's not helpful.
No. It's I've always sort of tried to talk people to low slide. If they're in a predicament and they know they're going to crash, just slide off the side of the bike. That's probably the less, and just sort of spread yourself out. But I tried. Hopefully, most people I've taught, understand the sort of limit of the road because of I know it's easy to treat the road as a racetrack, but I try not to.
No,
it's not safe. It really isn't. Not nowadays.
It's not just you, is it? Really,
no.
It's other people too.
When I was growing up, sort of back in the 70s when I was riding on the road, there just wasn't that much traffic. But the trouble is the bikes weren't as safe as they are today, like rubbers and brakes.
Yeah.
And, you know, things progress. But motorbikes nowadays, as most people tell, they're quite safe now because you can buy them with ABS. They've got, you know, engine management systems on them, so you can't sort of throttle too easy. So yeah, they've progressed a lot, I must admit. Yeah.
There has been a couple of little sneaky sneakers sneaking into the side chat. So I'll say a little hello to them and then read out some of the comments.
Yeah.
Just before we like go too far away with what was being spoken about. If I missed anybody, tell me off. Brainless came in. Purple Orange is Orange came in. I can't remember if I said hello to them or not. Who else? Slim popped in and an Ox.
Hello, Slim.
Oh, hello. For No Reason was saying, how did you get one for just 50 pence?
And you got, yeah, back in the day, well, you know, I'd done a paper round and I got paid £1 at the end of the week, and that'd last me until the next week. So yeah, things have progressed. Yeah. Those days I'm sadly gone. Yeah.
And
I used to have motorbikes. Oh, sorry, go on.
Michael came in as well, so hello. But also, I feel like just before we progress, I feel like this is an important thing to mention as well. For me, the difference between the adrenaline rush and an anxiety attack is the adrenaline rush is normally caused by something I did on purpose, like go on a motorbike or on a roller coaster. So there were things I chose to do, while with the anxiety attack, it is fear. And I have a lot of anxiety attacks, and they are similar feelings, but one feels like very excited and the other one's scared.
Yeah, the anxiety you can't control, whereas the adrenaline is your choice, sort of thing.
Yeah. And I tend to get them during getting tattooed as well. So it is a different feeling. It feels different for sure.
Yeah.
And Tusk says a very insightful bikes go vroom vroom.
Go boom boom.
They do, honey. Well done.
Meow.
Yeah. I thought you would like this one.
It had 600 mode, 750 mode, and really nutty mode. Yeah. It'll limit the power of them. The tech is insane. These bikes. Yeah, it's just absolutely crazy. I do like it. It's not for me. I prefer manhandling a bike. That's why the pictures I'll show you in a little while is why I keep it. It's to slow me down, basically. It's a bike from the 90s, so it's been sort of upgraded a little bit, you might say. But yeah, the tech today is just phenomenal. And being a computer and electronics geek as well, it's just, you know, everything rolled into one, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that, because I'm the age I'm getting on, it's harder to pick up newer stuff as well. Whether it's your brain just says, nah, I've had enough of all that, just give me something manual, something I can control with my knob, you know, hands and feel it. I'm not really, yeah, I mean, I've got a smartphone, but it's only because my daughter gave it to me. But give me a computer any day, yeah. But the crazy stuff, yeah, I do like what they do with the bikes, and they hide it so well. And how they are so small.
I have no idea, but it also means that I'm able to lift one and touch the ground.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's Because a lot more people are, so long in the leg. You
Yeah,
get more of a
no,
choice to ride the bigger bikes, which
little bit more vertically challenged, so I am.
yes. Mind you, having said that, I used to have a friend who was, I think she's just about, I think she's 4'11".
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
and she had a
taller.
750, and she'd stop at the traffic light and she'd cock over to one side, and literally her leg would be like out upon the
Yeah.
seat. And nothing was going to stop her riding the bike of her dreams. And I
No.
used to find it absolutely amusing. She could ride it as well, trust me. She was awesome. Yeah, but that just looks so cool. And the cops never, no, she's fine. She's holding the bike up. Leave her alone. Haven't seen her for years, but yeah, she was.
It's I don't know. It's there's just so much involved in bikes, you know.
The
Would
avenues
you
just let me down. Yeah.
uh,
The, you,
and
you start off here with motorbikes. You get motorbikes, and it's just like all these things come off, and you think I could go that way, I could go this way, I could do this, I could do.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, really. It's, um, I really started learning riding motorbikes by riding off road,
Yeah.
motocross,
That
and I encourage anyone. Uh, they're not scary. They only go as fast as you do that sort of thing. So you can
mhm.
control that. You just got to learn. The actions are different to a car, but I encourage anyone to get on a motorbike and just ride it around. Even if it's only a moped, an automatic moped, just ride it around the field, and you'll see what I mean. You sort of come down and do it. If you haven't ridden one, that's it. But that's the best way to start. Um, from there on, then I started doing motocross, which I absolutely love. I could still do it now, but I don't know if I'd last very long.
I've never done motocross. I've only ever that's a lie. I have rode a bike, but my main thing was always on the back.
Oh
Where
yeah,
I belong. I just don't I just shouldn't ride one for myself. I just don't have that confidence riding one myself, you know? But I can put full confidence in somebody I trust to be on the back with them.
well, that's
Because
cool.
there is something about filtering through traffic that scared me a lot.
You don't have to. You don't have to filter through. You can sit behind the car. No one's forcing you to.
Oh
But yeah,
no,
I
and yeah.
understand that. I'm always zoning in on people because you always get the odd person just close the lane off. You're not coming past. And I think, yeah, I am because I'll just go around the inside. Yeah. But yeah, it is scary, even for someone experienced. It's you got to sort of you're just doing this all the way down, looking
Yeah.
because
It's
yeah,
I think because of the few times I have done it, somebody's tried to force me into oncoming traffic.
yeah,
So that's not been fun.
no.
Um but what would you say was your favorite type of bike? Because obviously there's different types. Would
Oh,
you say you had a favorite type?
sports bikes.
Mm,
Yeah, I started off. I mean, I still love all sort of aspects, but I mean, if someone's going to say, right, you got a tour around the world, what do you have? GSX R1000, BMW RR1000, any sports bike like that, because they're so comfortable nowadays. They're not all on your wrists, and you can always
mhm.
get handlebars to raise them a bit if you don't want so much weight. But yeah, it'd still be a sports bike. Um, I'd have the most fun on that. The adventure bikes look too clumsy for me for a bike to go off road, but probably good on the road. But yeah, no, a sports bike, definitely. Yeah. What do you prefer then?
Ah, I wouldn't know. I, it's complicated. I don't like sitting on the back of a sports because I don't like hugging the tank, and I like a good sofa. So I suppose I would like how would you say it? ones for road trips. I can't remember the genre. You know the big ones, and they've always got like the little visor up.
What?
And they got the two backpacks at the back of it normally.
A cruiser, like a Harley.
Yeah. No, not a cruiser like a Harley, but more like a cruiser, but it's like a big sofa normally, because whenever you sit on it, it's just
like a touring bike.
Yeah, that's it, a touring bike.
Something like
I like them.
Something like a Honda ST 1300, which Dora Newt rides, which I'm rather impressed. And you don't have to hide that, Dora. That's got one hell of an engine in it, Yeah, you ought to be proud you're riding it, gal. Yeah, go for it. Or I say gal, but just figure of speech. But yeah.
See, Mark said something a little while back that I feel like we should possibly address as safety responsibility, correct? I feel like they do see you, they just can't be bothered looking for you. Listen.
Yeah. I've driven lorries for 28 years. I don't drive now. I haven't driven for about 5 years now, but I retired from all that. And my lorry on average used to be 12 foot high, 8 foot wide, and 60 foot long. And car drivers didn't see that either. So, what chance has a motorcyclist or a cyclist got? I don't know what it is. People they're just in their own little world. They're not actually driving.
Yeah.
Which infuriates me, because it's not easy trying to stop 44 tons of lorry in 30 foot.
It's the fact that they always expect you to move out of their way when you have just as much right to be on the road as a car. Anybody has as much right to be on the road as a car.
Yep.
I just feel like there's just not enough stuff in place. There's the whole think bike where you have to look twice, but people just don't do it because they're selfish. If you treated every single person around you as if they were on a motorbike, like even if they were in a car, you treated them as if they're on a motorbike, the road would be a much safer place.
Yes. I mean, I'm not down on all car drivers. It's just that, bad bunch in every pack.
Oh, sorry. No, I don't mean everybody.
Yeah, so get that off my chest before anyone attacks me. No, it's, driving several million miles in a lorry in my lifetime, you see some crazy stuff. You think, whatever were they thinking? What are you doing? Yeah, it is mad, but I don't. That's quite weird. I mean, I wanted to get my bike on the road last month, and as soon as I mentioned it, I said, right, as soon as I get paid, I'm going to get my motorbike on the road, back on the road. It's been raining ever since. Oh, great, thank you. I wish I had said it out loud, but that'll go on the road this month sometime anyway. But
fingers crossed.
Sorry. Oh yeah, everyone wants to see. This is what it looked like when I first got it. I don't know if people can see.
Oh, sorry, I'm inching forward. See. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's what it used to look like when I first got it. Of course, it's outside the chip shop because I wanted to see if Elvis was there, but he wasn't.
It's so cool.
Yeah, G6R. 750. But yeah, it's laminated. I took that. I think that's somewhere between 2005 and 2007. It was a little while ago. Yeah, she looks a little bit different now. But I think people wanted to know. Someone was asking about my engine. I'll get to the engine, but let's just get.
Just before we do that, Tusk is saying, how many wing mirror trophies do you have in your collection?
Quite a few. Quite a few, but I don't know, just recently last time I rode my bike, I always ride with my headlights on, and I don't know whether it's the front because it's whitish, and I got a sort of bluish helmet where they think I'm the police. But the cars just seemed like to part. I think this is just really weird. I think this just doesn't normally happen, but I don't know whether it's just people have changed their attitudes towards bikes or something. I don't know.
I have seen a lot of wing mirrors get smashed off in my time because of inappropriate behavior from the car.
We've got everyone windows. No.
Micro's saying, is there a reason you call the bike she? Or is it just because that's what she is?
Because she's Susie.
Oh, what a lovely name for her.
Yeah, it's short for Suzuki, obviously, but I've always called her Susie.
Susie
I mean, it's not really
the
he or she,
Suzuki.
but I just refer to it as she because it's Susie. I used to know a girl when I was at school. She was on a motorbike, and sadly, she's not with us now. Lost in a car accident at a young age, which is sad. But she was a motorbike now, and her moped was the fastest moped on the block, and that's just crazy. As she bought it, it was faster than everybody's. And I forgot what I was going to say now, but yeah, Susan, and that's sort of like an ode to her, really, sort of a memory of her, because I think she was 17 or 19 when she passed. So yeah, I lost a really good friend. So she lives on in my motorbike-ish sort of thing. I think she'd be proud of it.
Yeah, most bikers I know that are no longer with us would like us to carry on safely with what we do.
Yeah.
And take them on a little ride.
Yeah, I've got set of errands to do later on, but I'll explain that later. They should be quite cool. I've got to learn a technique of getting it's been a long time since I've done photography, but you can do a technique like if you get one of these pictures and get some PVA glue, paint it on the surface, right, and then stick this picture on it and just then paint over the top of it with some more PVA glue. Just leave it to dry, right, let it dry, and then you can get some water and rub it off gently, really gently, and that'll just leave the picture behind perfectly. So, and then you can just spray it with some lacquer and it'll stay there forever. So, but make sure you get fade-free prints, actually. So there's some inks fade quite quickly in the sun, but that's just a little tip for anyone who wants to do stuff like that. But it takes a little bit of practice. But,
well, thank you for that tip. I will save that in my brain, and hopefully I can use that actually for my resin tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Resin, you say? Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm going to try and make stuff out of resin.
Ah, cool. Because I'll chat to you later about that.
Okay.
That's quite interesting. But what coincidence that? I'm just trying to read what Mark was saying. They need to bring out a Suzuki with a letter that starts with a Q, i.e. Suzuki QRT 750. So you could call it Susie Q.
I like that. That's such an awesome idea.
Trouble is, QRT is a no-no in radio or Morse code. That's short for slow or low power.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That means low power, and Suzukis don't have low power. Just a little.
I do have a big soft spot for the green ninjas.
For the what?
The ninjas.
Oh yeah, the ninjas are. Yeah, they're awesome bikes. I like ninjas.
And I do like Dukes and Super Dukes.
Dukes are nice. The trouble is, they're a race bike, literally, or the sports versions. They're a race bike put on the road with lights. Literally that. You could turn up at a racetrack, take the lights off, and win a race on one. Assuming you're a good enough rider. But awesome bikes. But I like the monsters. They're little sort of Street Fighter type-ish I don't really know what it comes under, but I think they're really cute. I just love them. I think the chap down the road's got one that just sounds awesome when it goes past. Typical Decay
I quite
engine.
like a really good sounding engine. Me
Yeah,
and Tusk the other day, was it yesterday? I think you said it somewhere in the comments as well that there was like 5 scooter boys that went past us, and
yeah.
they sounded like a little hairdryer, each one of them. It was like their scooters were immaculate. Don't get me wrong. Like there was one with like docks painted on the side, and they were all very intricate, you know.
Oh,
So they were proper scooter boys, you know, like they were really done well, and they
yeah.
were the mods, you
They
know.
spend a lot of money on them things to do.
Mm.
Mini bikes. Oh yeah, don't get started on mini bikes. What they spend on them things, but yeah, there's some quite cool. I mean, I don't know how it come about the change from mopeds, looking like motorbikes to just scooters. I don't.
I have no idea.
I don't know when that transition happened. I thought, what happened?
I don't know.
Everyone always wanted a sort of like a miniature motorbike, not a scooter. They used to walk away from them, but now everyone wants a scooter rather than a sort of like an old fizzy or a Suzuki TS or something. I don't know. It's just then they get up to the 125s. They last about, I don't know, 3 weeks because they didn't service them, and then they buy a car.
See,
That's
I
what.
think the only issue some scooters have, being that's what I rode predominantly. I had a little scooty, and the rule was if I survived a year on a scooter, then I got to get a big boy bike. You know, that's what my dad said. And I did not survive a year on a scooty, and mainly because I didn't have enough oomph behind me to get out of trouble if I needed to,
Yeah,
and it was very scary.
yeah.
However, give somebody else that responsibility, and I'm fine. But I kind of feel like scooters sometimes. I had a 50cc scooter, but it was racing tuned engine attached to it, so it did its own thing, shall we say?
Mind of its own. Yes.
Yes, and it was a lot of fun, but there wasn't enough power behind it to get up some hills where I live. It was
Oh,
like it would just go poop 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 poop,
yeah.
and
Get off.
then so that I think that's the only problem in a very hilly city like I'm in. You know, you need Oh, hello, Papa.
Yeah, I'm looking after it from a friend. Unfortunately, she's just recently gone blind.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah, and she's all cuddly now, ain't ya? Hey,
Oh, she'll be
name's
wanting
Evie. I just
a lot
wanted
of reassurance.
yeah, she does. I mean, she's staying here anyways, didn't you?
Well,
Hey,
hello, friend.
she lovely. Just so I thought I'd say hello. So she'll,
Yeah.
because she's gorgeous. I mean, she's only just recently lost it in the last 2 or 3 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she
She's
had
still
that eye
healing
health.
from it.
Yeah, it's hereditary. She was born with
Um,
it, unfortunately, weren't you? Hey,
oh.
but you're
Well,
all
she
right. Yeah,
seems like she's in very caring arms.
oh, she's lovely. And you love me. You love me.
This makes me giggle because just before we started the stream, you're like, "Yeah, I'm a biker," and then you're just like, "Who's a good doggy?"
Yeah, you got to be a good softie. Yeah. One minute. There you go.
Oh,
No kind of treat down. Yes.
and that's why I tend to like bikers. Quite a lot of them that I know have a very gentle soul.
Yeah, I'd never see an animal hurt or it's they give you so much. That's give them respect back, don't we? Hey?
Oh,
Yeah. That's a shame, really, because she used to. I used to sort of tap my lips to get her to talk because her owner couldn't get her to talk.
Mhm.
So I'll have a go, and she sort of, I don't know, she just took to me, sort of thing. So I used to tap my lips, and she used to watch my lips as I was talking. She used to mime it, and she'd actually sort of sit there. Oh, I got her to sort of chat and bark and sort of thing. So it's quite cute. But unfortunately now she can't see me, so but she
You
still,
might have to think of another way to go about that.
yeah. Well, I get a little bit more time with her. Yeah, we'll have a play, won't we? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, she's
She's,
so cute.
yeah.
Ah.
Well, the owner lives about 2 doors away, but as soon as she opens a gate, she just still runs straight to my house. But
Oh.
she still knows where it is, which is cool.
At least she knows your way, her way to you. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. So, yeah, she hasn't forgot that. She gets the treats here. She gets a bit spoiled, really. So,
uh,
right.
For no reason, saying behind every biker is a big, soft, gently cuddly side, and I'm definitely.
Oh yeah.
But Ox replied to her by saying, "Don't give the secrets away."
Well, we are. Well, I used to be, but I'm all sort of lost weight, so I'm a bit fragile. Don't hurt me. I'll send the dog out here. As long as you stand still, she'll find you eventually.
Oh no! Oh, poor Papa.
Yeah, she just cuddle you anyways, bless her. But back to
Um,
bikes. Where were we on
yeah,
bikes?
we went on a big journey on bikes, but
Oh,
I'm trying to think. You
uh,
go.
I just meant to, for no reason, they were saying their GSXR was a K8, so they called it Katie for short.
Oh,
K80.
oh,
That's cool. Um,
oh.
I love it. It's on green. Whereas Yamaha. What other chats? Did I miss any? A big gruff, mean ruffians rolls my eyes. Yeah, they can be. If you touch the motorbike, you'll see a completely different side of them. Yeah,
Yeah, do not touch their bike. If
don't
it's
touch
not
the bike.
yours, don't touch it.
Yeah,
Do
do not.
not. And also, I, I, a lot of times, I don't know if you've seen this yourself, but a lot of times, I've been, there's this place here where all the bikers like to get together. It's like a neutral zone, and you know, just have like a picnic sort of thing. And I've been there. I've obviously taken all my levers off and put them to the side, and been quite happy chilling on by myself. And some guys came over and go, "Oh, do you want to sit on my bike? And do you want me to take a picture of you on my bike?" I'm like, I'm with them. No, thank you.
Yeah.
What are you doing there with your trying to be all masculine with your bike and
Yeah, I'm with
silly?
him, guys.
Yeah, I'm with them.
She's lady. She's not impressed, guys.
Yeah, they should walk with a little tail between their legs and
Yeah,
away from me.
that's quite funny. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh shit! I
wait.
was gonna show me
Yeah.
pictures. Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, you were going to show pictures.
I just ramble on, guys. You just have to push me into the right. I showed you a picture of what was like, didn't I?
I'm wearing leather to a reply to Mark. Does anyone else find a picture of somebody wearing levers on a moped funny? No, I like the fact that they have skin at the end of the day.
Yeah. um, yeah. It's each to their own, but always when I took my daughters out, if they wanted I've got to share my screen, haven't I? How do I share my screen?
Yes, please. If you share it, I have to approve it.
Oh, okay.
So give it a second while my brain catches up with all that.
Okie dokie. Was it Chrome tab? No, window.
Exactly. Dress for the slide, not the ride.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And this is what she
I
looks
got a
like
sneak
now,
peek.
everyone.
Ooh, she gorgeous.
Yeah. Just a slight change, not much. But she's got a GSXR or a Gixxer or however you want to call it. Please don't call it GZ. Like, I can't remember his name. I was watching this video and I think he's reading the wrong script because it's never ever been called a GZ. But anyways, I can't remember his name. He does a lot of motorbikes and old motorbikes and classic bikes. He's got a YouTube channel. I'll think of his name in a minute, but it's quite funny. Yeah, but this is my bike now, and it's got a GSXR K1000 front end on it, and that's a lot more compliant. I used to have, I'll show you, blue forks in it, but they're a bit too stiff for the road, so I want something a little bit more gentle. It's got a GSXR 1000 rear end on it as well, the plastics. Exhaust pipe is just the sort of Acropovic I bought cheap, which is quite nice. It's titanium. The frame I polished. The only thing what you see in this picture, which is original, is the petrol tank and the frame. Everything changed. Yeah, this is when it was when I converted it to 900. We'll chat about
I also have to say, is that your helmet too, or is it?
Yes, that's my helmet.
I like your helmet.
Oh, thank you very much. I got me gloves, but yeah, she's getting there. She needs tidying up, but that's a prototype. I've sort of basically wanted to do. Let's stop sharing. Yeah, what I basically wanted to do was upgrade it to more modern tech and suspension and things like that. Make it lighter because it weighed like a whale. That was really, really heavy. So I wanted it. They didn't really handle like a GSXR, like the old oil coolers, and like they're renowned for being light and nimble. This is sort of more like a bus. That was horrible. So I thought I'll set about just using genuine Suzuki parts off the newer models. So hence this was and they're cheap to buy and they're pretty good. They're good enough for me anyway. So I don't need Olins, which are really expensive, but nice to have.
Lots of people are liking your bike.
Yeah. I'll show you the fork I had. I did put these forks in them. They're off a 94, 95 model, but as it's I struggle push them down. You see, they're quite stiff.
Yeah.
So when you ride on the road, you literally have got to ride over 80 miles an hour on the roads I ride, because I ride around the back roads, to actually get into work because they're so bloody stiff.
That's not okay.
Yeah, no, it's not quite that bad, but they don't really start working until you're doing a high speed on the back roads, because they're just so stiff. They need altering really, but I don't want to change them because I'm going to make a track day bike, so I'll put them in that. That's why I put the K1000 front end in, because they're softer, and plus they're more supple, more compliant, and you can feel a lot more. Plus I've just changing the forks, I took 5 kilos off the front end, which made, and
that's a fair amount, huh?
That is, yeah. It's 5 kilos don't sound a lot to somebody, but you try holding 5 kilos out here, and then after about, I don't know, half an hour, get someone to take it away, but leave your hands there, and suddenly your hands, that's basically what it felt like on the bike. That's just, whoa. And I had to change all my riding style because I was turning in too early into the corners, because there's literally, you used to have to really force it into a corner, whereas now it's not modern day sort of fast and speedy, but it's a lot better than it used to be. So that was the main mod on it when I first got it, was put them front forks in. Then I had an aftermarket shock on it, which is not quite Olin's, but that's sort of standard. That's sort of high-end rear shock, which I got cheap. Put that in the back end, and that just absolutely transformed the bike to something what is acceptable. That sort of multi-adjustable. You can move it up and down and everything. Get all the right height. So that was lovely. And after that, it was sort of just got used to riding the bike and enjoying it, and then got bored of the banging down the gears just to accelerate, to overtake things, because it's all the top end, all the power is at the top end sort of thing, and I was bored of that. I wanted something where I could just roll the throttle on and just go. So I started hunting around about engines. I knew quite a bit about them because for anyone who's interested, this is the first of the water-cooled GSX-Rs, built from '92 and imported in the UK and Europe, I think. Stateside, they didn't get them to '93. So that was supposed to be a lot, well, it was lighter. The engine was smaller and everything. For some reason, they messed up the handling. It's what you really had to force it to work. But anyways, the 600, 750, RF 900 and GSX-R 1100 water-cooled engines all have the same engine casings, crank casings. It's basically, it's like altered things like the timing and things, but you can adjust all that. But the casings are the same, so that all the engines will actually fit in my frame. The only difference with the 900 is they got downdraft carbs, which won't fit on mine because I got over frame sort of thing, so they'd interfere with the tank. So I had to put the 750 head on the 900 with the 750 carbs, and what a transformation that was. It just transformed the bike, absolutely transformed it. That's
made you much happier, huh?
Cool, yeah. I haven't took it on track yet, which I want to do. I want to see how much better it is on the track, because certain times I want to beat. But it's literally, you can put it into fifth gear and just roll on when you overtake people now. But it's a lazy sort of, people who've got touring bikes or cruisers and things, they'll understand what I mean. It's a lazy acceleration, but it is fast. You don't realize it because it's not a kick in the pants type of feeling. It's just a constant surge sort of thing. And I've put what they call socks on my what if I share screen on
socks?
Socks, yeah, they're cold socks, but they're air filled. It's just like bits of foam sort of thing.
Maybe I'm just not remembering.
Yeah, so they call them socks. Some people call them pods.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
my brain's just malfunctioning a little bit today due to lack of sleep.
Right, yeah, no worries. That's me sort of jumping all over the place. I'm not.
No. My brain's just very tired today.
Yeah. Shall I increase it? Can you see that? You got to approve it, haven't you?
It's not popped up on my end yet.
Oh, hasn't it? Because I'm not sharing it.
Typical, huh?
Window. That one. All right, share. There you
go. Okay, there you go.
Same bike. I'll just show you. Oop, where am I? Sorry, I got shaky hands, so it takes a while. These little, you can't see my mouse, I suppose.
Yeah, no, you can. We can see your mouse.
This little grey thing, you can't really see them on here, but this is sort of like little foam bit what fits over the mouths of the carbs. And the reason you do that, well, apart from getting rid of the air box, which weighs a little bit more than that, you get an induction noise. And anyone from understands what induction is. You take the air filter off your car and just hit the throttle, and you get that whoop. It's just so different. And plus the engine as well. So
it makes the bike go Brum, brum.
Yeah, really, really loud. Yeah, it's
To
quite
be
cool.
fair, before you see a bike, you normally hear it.
Yeah. And
Which
you can tell.
is also a safety thing, huh?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I mean, if people can hear you, they're more likely to sort of look for you. But if they can't hear you, there's no one there.
Ox is asking what kind of carbs?
Can you take your fucking off? Sorry?
Sorry, Ox was asking what kind of carbs.
Oh, carbs. They're CVs, just standard CVs. What come with about the 38 mil BST, 38 millimeters, 4 of them. Be nice to get some flat slides and that, but I haven't got like £2.5 to spend on a nice set of shiny carbs. You probably get a set for about 500, but then you need to rebuild them, and I'm getting a bit too old for all this now. I've nearly got it to where I want it, the bike. I just really got to tart it up now. Finished tarting up. I've got like a seat hump to go on. This one, that's all one piece. It's fiberglass.
Oh.
So that'll bolt on the back. I got to spray it up, put some stripes on it and things.
What color were you doing it?
I'll probably leave it white.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of like a diamond white, with some stripes, blue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I think I might be having a slow Wi-Fi moment. Uh-oh. It wasn't me, it was it you?
That froze.
When you're done, would you maybe share that image in the hobby corner?
Sorry, I zoned out, then I was reading stuff. Sorry.
And when you're done filming, doing up, see, fudge cakes. Right, let's start again and pretend that didn't happen, yeah? Might be, huh? See, when you're done painting that all up?
Yeah.
Would you maybe share it in Hobby Corner so everybody could see what you've done?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I shall.
Yay!
Yeah, I shall show you the finished product. Hopefully, I'll finish it this year. Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh, are we getting double me?
Double me?
Am I being double?
I don't think so.
I'm confused.
What's happened?
I don't know. I think I was being double, but I don't know. Tusk has come through to help, I think.
You were echoing for a bit, but it's gone now.
I was echoing for a little bit, but it's away now.
I sent you a picture on Discord.
Cool.
Send me a picture on Discord. Okay, let me just figure out how to. Tusk really wants me to share this helmet, so if you just give me a moment, I will try and figure that out.
Yeah, I've actually got my keys. Sorry, I was just answering for no reason. Was it for no reason?
Oh no, you answer. Wait, where are we?
Yeah, they are my Cuneys. And they are synced. I synced them myself. But I would like to have a set of flat side Yoshna.
Share screen. Window. Nope. Chrome tab. This. Did I approve myself? Yeah. This is what Tusk wanted me to show.
Oh, that's awesome. I like that.
He says it's obviously not his helmet, but he would like this kind of custom helmet.
That'd be cool. I do like that. That's awesome.
I think there should be like a mouse guard piece as well, which that would be a lot of fun
Yeah.
to have the face as well. I knew a guy that had, I don't know what type of helmet it's called, but it was like, you know, the jaw bit lifted up.
Yeah.
And he had that, but it looked like a raccoon. And the eyepiece, like the guard. See, my brain's not even functioning. I can't even think about what the visor. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I couldn't even remember what a visor was called. Like,
I had the same problem.
the visor was called the visor was sunglasses, or it looked like sunglasses. Like, so it was like little tiny sunglasses on the raccoon head with a little bandana on.
Oh, that looked cool. That would, yeah.
I used to demand that that's the one he would wear when he picked me up from primary school. Like, please, raccoon helmet.
Yeah, there's some crazy helmets you can get out there. I've seen some on YouTube ages ago. People dressed up like Battlefield characters.
Oh,
they had all the suit, all the armor and everything, just riding down the bike. And it was the police car that was actually filming them. It's just, this is what we found. He said, it's come. He says, it's came, and we didn't know about it. The apocalypse is here, look. They're just filming these two bikers, and they just looked like two characters out of the computer game. That was awesome. Yeah, having fun. But I love that helmet. Mine's not quite, mine's a bit beat up. I need a new one.
Oh, yeah. And as Mark said earlier in the chat, a good helmet is worth their weight in gold.
Yeah. Yes, I still got it. My suit.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. These are, people might think they're gimmicks, but they're not. They do actually stop your head. When you're riding your bike, it stops your head doing this.
Yeah.
That's what these are for. That's to keep your helmet dead straight. So when you're like this, it doesn't buffer from side to side. Mm-hmm. Well, it's to reduce that.
Mine's only had a tiny one.
Yeah, I bought one because my daughters, they loved it. I bought them their own helmets. They loved it. And my youngest one, she looks so sweet. And I bought a one-piece set of leathers. And they fitted a treat because, I mean, she's quite petite when she was younger. Well, she still is, I suppose. But she just looked the business. She had the boots. She wanted everything. She said, I'm going to ride on a bike. I want everything. I was like, all right then. She noticed the downfall, I mean, for her particular parts when she went to the toilet. She said, no, I want a two-piece set now, Dad.
Yeah.
I thought you might. But it is inconvenient, yeah.
I've never had a one piece. I've always had a two piece. But I've always wore like really thin sort of leggings underneath. So as soon as we stopped, off they all come. All of it gets taken off. Because I swear, walking around in that is just not ideal.
No. On a hot day, you don't want to be walking around with the one-piece leathers on.
No.
You can get various types. You can get summer leathers and you can get winter leathers. And you don't really want to be wearing winter leathers during the summer, trust me.
And there's a really cool set of Kevlar jeans that my dad used to wear. They were kind of like, well, they were Kevlar and they were like jeans, but they were safety as well. I don't know what they were called, but they were really cool. And my dad used to wear them going to work.
Yeah, there's a few companies that make them. I can't remember them. Someone probably in the side chat probably know.
Yeah, I think Tusk might remember.
Yeah, I can never remember names, brands. But yeah, they weave them in a lot of them weave them sort of around the hips. and sort of parts where you're going to abrase really. Some of them stitch it actually weave it into the cloth, but Kevlar is a bit awkward because it's really stiff. So yeah, that's quite impressive really, some of them jeans. Quite amazed, because not everyone wants to wear leathers, which I can understand.
Hi, Tiny Captain.
Oh, I thought I got me. I'll be back in a tick.
Okay.
I forgot my leathers.
Oh no! That's the one thing you don't want to forget. Now I'm trying to find the helmet that Ox said that I should get.
Yeah, so I've got. Let's put it up. Yep, they're my one piece. They're a bit dated.
Ooh.
Really.
Hey, if they work and they keep you safe, that's what's important. I love the smiley face knee guards.
Yeah. Oh, you like my knee sliders, do you?
Knee sliders. Yeah. Oh, I thought they were on your knee. On your knee, yeah, not the side.
Yeah, they're not quite on your knee. They're sort of to the side of your leg.
I forgot that it's because you go around the racetracks, huh? You're going to definitely need them on the side of your knee.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a brain malfunction and a half.
They're, I mean, you don't have, I don't really, when I ride around the race, I've been on sort of a few track days, I don't really worry about getting my knee down. I mean, I hang on, I'd only have to sort of move my leg out a little bit and they'd grind, but I don't really bother. Apart from when I'm riding in the rain, I will, because that give you a sort of really hang it off and they give you an idea how far you can. But where the tyres, race tyres anyway, it's not road legal, they stick like slicks do in the dry. They are phenomenal. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal in the wet. I'd loved them. First time I tried.
Oh. Uh-oh. I don't know if you disappeared or if that's me.
Oops.
Oh. You're back again.
Start cam. Yay!
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think it's a cheap cam. It's not what it says it is. I was going to share, wouldn't I? But yeah, I advise anyone to wear. I mean, I don't always. Yeah. I don't always.
Says you just stalled.
I sometimes wear just a leather jacket. You know?
And a good pair of jeans.
Yeah, and a pair of jeans. But as you can probably see, there's armor in them.
Yeah.
I still got armor in them. I've took them. Yeah, there's one there. And there's a foamy bit in the back, which isn't really up to standing nowadays. But yeah, I mean, you pick, you choose what you like, really. But I always wear boots, gloves, and a leather jacket minimum.
Yeah, that's the same as me. Whenever I was on my scooter, I would wear my boots and jacket and helmet and gloves. I looked a little silly because it didn't match, but I rather be safe than not safe because I came off it a couple of times unharmed, apart from a very bruised ego. So, yeah, I'm fine with looking silly and potentially overdressed, but
it's quite funny, yeah. People always just say, "Oh, you aren't riding fast enough if you haven't fallen off," which is, it's more of a meme than anything. But a lot of people used to take it literally and keep going until they fall off. And you think, no. You get to the point where you can feel it sliding, and that's where you stop. You don't go further beyond that point. But some people like to find the absolute maximum limit before, that's quite funny, really. But as long as they don't hurt themselves, I don't mind. But it's so easy to break something. It's not so much when you fall off. It's more a case of you tumble and start tumbling. That's why you see a lot of riders sort of spread out at the racetracks, you see them fall off, they instantly spread themselves out like that because it stops you tumbling. And when you tumble is when you get all your injuries, or unless you hit a brick wall, stop dead sort of thing, you know. But normally, yeah, if you fall off a bike, try and spread yourself out, sort of thing. But really,
I just want to say one thing. Micro, I appreciate and like your question, but that will be for a lifestyle thing, because that's not in relation to it being his hobby. But I will talk with you in PM over that if you would like another time. Sorry, I just wanted to say that first.
Yeah.
I didn't want Micro thinking I was skipping the question. It's just not Hobby Corner.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, could have a chat about it later if they like.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. I've not had any problems, but yeah, it's a bit weird. I think a lot of people nowadays are a little bit more, I don't know, lenient towards motorcyclists, I have noticed, because it's, I suppose, yeah, years ago, how the press gave it a bad name and every biker was, you know, a gangster and they're out to beat your brain up and steal all your goods and everything, which, you know, 99% of most bikers were not like that.
Yeah.
People that just like riding motorbikes.
I mean, there's so many different groups, light-hearted hobby groups in the biker community. There are lots of bikers that do like the blood runs.
Yep.
You know, I know a group of bikers that go to the sick kids here for Christmas and Easter and sort of them sorts of holidays, and give all the children in the hospital presents.
Yep.
So that you don't feel alone, and that their hospital visit is has a special part of it because they get Santa visiting them too, and the Easter Bunny. But it depends, because they're people too, you know.
Yeah.
There's so many different diverse people.
It's amazing the amount of variety of, you know, of people you meet, and you think, you're a judge? Oh, right. What are you doing riding a motorbike? So I like them, you know. They're from all walks of life. It's just, I don't sort of get amazed anymore because I understand why they're doing it. Whereas when I was younger, I used to think, wow, you know. Whereas now I think, wow, because I know why they're doing it.
It's kind of like when I was younger, I used to get picked up by, well, I'm gonna say all the boys, but there were some women as well on the bikes from primary school. So they used to all come and collect me, and you know, they got stick too from the other parents. And the thing was, they were only taking me so that we could go to the beach, because I demanded we all had an ice cream party.
Sounds good to me. Ice cream's always good. Yeah. Yeah. And if you get there on a bike, even better. Yeah.
And especially if my friend had his raccoon helmet on.
Yeah, even better. A raccoon eating ice cream, even better. Tusk is asked, what is my favourite bike film?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so hard.
That's a great question.
That is so hard. So I'd like a lot of the documentary type films, but I suppose they're not really films. Easy Rider's got to be up there. Just the story behind it. I mean, the acting's rubbish, absolute rubbish, and people will probably kill me for saying that, but there is. But you know, the general way of thing is that's sort of, I could relate to it. But I don't know what's my favourite. I got to think of a favourite. It'd probably be closer to the edge when they're, you know, it's more of a documentary than a film, but I find most bikey films really cheesy and, you know, not sort of something you remember.
I can't believe.
No, that's you can't do that on a motorbike. Stop it. Just stop
Yeah.
it. You know.
Although I did like the terrible movie whose name I can't remember, about the guy with the flaming skull head. I wanted his bike.
Hell Rider.
That's it. I wanted his bike so badly when I was younger. I want a flaming motorbike that makes nasty noises.
Nicholas Cage.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Oh, hello, Irish Stu. Hope you're well, chap. Hope you're well.
I'm glad you managed to make it.
Yeah.
Make it.
Yeah. Can you class Mad Max as a motorbike film? It's got motorbikes in it, but
does it count?
I'd go with that. That'd be quite cool.
I'm gonna say it counts so that you can pick that if you want.
Okay, I'll say Mad Max. But no, I do like Closer to the Edge because it does portray what the riders do over there, the Isle of Man TT. They're up, you know, they're higher than the highest level. They're not 38 levels of secrecy. They're sort of like 100% higher than that sort of thing. You know, they are awesome. Is what they do over there. No fear, and that is what it's all about. That's, I mean, obviously they're stretching it to the absolute extreme of what you can do on a bike, but you can relate to them why they do it.
Yeah. I've had to avoid watching the TT recently because it gives me the fear now. But when I was younger, it was one of my favorite things to watch. I would sit glued to it. I wouldn't really understand what was going on. I just liked seeing the bikes and the people ride them.
Yeah. Irish Stu's nailed it. Yeah, and I don't think that anyone will beat him. Joey Dunn. Yeah, great hero.
See, I like Guy Martin.
Yeah, he's cool.
With his special mug.
Yeah, it's funny. I knew there was something odd about him because he likes. I can relate to what he's like because I can chat to the camera, but I don't like really sort of sit back and listen to people. I'm a bit like Guy Martin, just want to chat sort of thing. And I can relate to what he does, but, and now they know why. Because they sort of. I always thought he had that little tendency because he just focuses on so much. I can't even remember what that was they traced it back to, but
I can't remember. I think he may be on the spectrum. Is that it? On the autistic spectrum?
Yeah, something like that. But he's just so funny because he's got so much going on, and his poor old mouth can't keep up with what's going on in his head. Right?
I love his passion about what he likes, and that's my favorite thing about people. Yeah. I love when people are into things. It makes me really happy just chilling along and experiencing it, you know. And he made me get excited about bikes again because I went through a little experience that we won't talk about. Could keep it wholesome. And then I got the fear a bit. So that's when I ended up glued to the telly again, and I seen Guy Martin, and I'd not heard about Guy Martin before, and I just seen how happy he was with his little mug, and how he just wanted to ride and tinker away.
He got to have his cup of tea.
As his mug that he does not wash, or something like that. It's this very particular mug that he has to have, or he's not a happy chappy.
Oh no!
And I just really related to him, and I just think he's the perfect explanation about why people do what they do. I feel he may not be the best, but he's the perfect explanation why.
Yeah,
Because
I
I'm
think
sure he came off. And then he was like, I'm going on it again. And everybody was like, no, you're not. He's like, I am. I am.
yes, races are in their own category.
Sweetheart.
Yeah, I quite agree, Ox. Yeah,
Mm.
Dunlop family do own the Isle of Man, most definitely. Oh, it's such a shame they're gone, but the name still carries on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we still got Michael. I can't think of any of others still racing or still with us. I know he lost his brother last. Was it
Oh,
last time they had the TT still, or was it the year before?
I've not watched it for a couple of years.
No, I don't think it's been on for a couple of years actually because of what's been going on.
I
It's not
suppose
happening.
that'll be why I've not seen it then.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Oh, here's me thinking I've avoided it, but it's just not been on.
yeah. They cancelled it quite early on because they weren't certain whether, because of what's been going on in the world, whether it'd be able to, and they didn't want everyone to get all excited and then cancel it because they couldn't travel. So
Yeah.
they cancelled it quite early just in case. So I'm afraid it's next year, but they might have the classic this year. Most definitely. Might have the classic. I should think. Hopefully. 3 or 4 years ago, was it? Yeah, I can't remember, Max. So I have much of a
I can't really remember either. Ox
I'll
is
look it up later.
saying as well, I'm more of a cruiser than a racer.
Ah, right, yeah.
I like the looks of the cafe style, a good long relaxing ride through
Yeah.
the country. See,
Yeah.
I am column A and column B. It depends on what kind of chaotic energy that I've got that day. And that's why we have a collection of friends who all have different bikes.
Yeah, I'm with you, Tusk. I'm quite happy. I mean, yeah, I like my sports bike and that, but I've slowed down in the last couple of years for reasons. But yeah, I can quite happily just go on a cruise. I mean, I don't get on my bike and I'm flat out pegging needle all over the place. No, I'm not. I'm not that crazy. I have my moments, but most of the time I just go out and sort of have a brisk ride. Some people say I ride too fast, but I'm always within the speed limit. I just don't slow down for the corner.
Sorry, I had to take a sip of my juice when you said that. Yeah, I remember my friend forgot I was on the back, and he went round the corner, and as he got his knee down, forgetting I was on the back, he just heard a from me on the back because I had an intercom attached, so I could hear him speak and he could hear me, but I was just so quiet on the back, and he didn't know I was there at one point, and he got his knee down and I squeaked with excitement, and then he was like, oh, sugar butties, that's you're on the back, but in a lot more colorful language. I quite like getting down at the corners. It's a little nerve-wracking when somebody's in charge of it, though. Oh, I'm really sorry. I can't hear you. There you are.
Why did I go muty? I don't know.
I
Anyway,
don't know. I didn't click anything.
no, it's the Google flumps playing their games. Don't worry about them. Yeah, I'll be the first to admit I hate going on the back because I'm not in control. I'm always so used to being in control. But if it's someone I trust, yeah, I'm quite happy, you know. But I really got to know them before I get on the back of someone because it's just I don't enjoy it. I'd be the first to admit I don't enjoy it. It's quite weird, really. You'd think you would, but it's just I've seen too many stupid to trust too many.
See, I think I'm very lucky to be safe in that situation because there have always been like my family that have taken me on the back, so I trust them. And by family, I mean biker family, not blood related family. And they, they'll get in intense trouble if they hurt me. So
Yes.
they were like, we'll just make sure that it is safe and we'll be good. So I feel very lucky to be quite safe in that position. But Tusk has a question.
Yes, I have. I've done it, just to wind people up. That is just so funny. You just suddenly drop down like that. or if you're doing like 80 miles an hour and you're sort of, well, not really sort of tucked down, but you're sort of like this, and the person sitting behind you and just drop straight down on the tank. Whoa! So they're not holding on. You'll see their feet come up. You've got to grab their feet, push them down again. Oh yeah, that's just so funny. I tell you what, if you want if you're a real a genuine adrenaline junkie, doesn't matter whether it's a moped or it's a big superbike. Any motorbike will do. Trust me, even a moped will make you scream. Right, sit on the back of the moped or motorbike, whatever it is, right, but face backwards.
Oh no!
Okay? And ask the person to ride up the road. Just not very far, because trust me, your senses will go into overload. But it's just so funny. The people on the side watching you will really piss themselves off, because that will be you'll be screaming your head off, because it's just weird. It is really weird, but it's worth doing. Some people love it. My daughters used to love it. Faster, Dad. Faster, Dad. Like, what?
Crazy.
Yeah. He was adrenaline drunk. Yeah, but yeah, it's Tusk was looking for CRF. Ooh, nice. I got a certain company just over there actually who sell them. And you go, yes. Yep, I've done it with that Papa all the time as a kid. Yep. My daughters, when I used to take them, I used to think that because, the daughters, you've got to be careful with them. No, not my daughters. I used to get thumps in the back. What's wrong with you? Can you go faster, please, Dad? What? They were absolute adrenaline junkies. But, can't really sort of say I don't expect it, because her mum was a motorbike. They ride motorbikes as well. It does. I think you can actually pass it on, because my dad never ever worried about me. Never ever. If I was late out on my motorbike, he could go quite happily to sleep, right, without me. If it's gone 12, if it's gone 11 o'clock, he'd get to bed anyways. He'll be all right. My mum would stay awake all night. And my dad used to say, don't worry about him. He'll be fine. Whereas my brothers and sisters, when they're out late, my dad would be waiting up until they got home. But somehow he just sort of seemed to trust me, which is quite cool.
See, my dad would always want to make sure I was home safe before he went to bed when it came to that things. But he was that kind of worrier.
But that's I was quite pleased with my dad. Is that sharing? No, it's not, is it?
No. If it does share, I will click it up for you. Tusk said that looks like a lot of fun. I was looking at a Husky a while ago, but nobody needs a 700cc or Endro. And then he said you can smell the hospital off it.
Yeah. Huskies, I don't know what they're like now, but they all used to be a bit unreliable. The earlier two-strokes, but the modern day four-stroke, they just seem to go bang quite regularly. But they are a highly stressed engine.
Ooh. Sorry, I just looked at your picture. I just clicked on it. on full screen. Sorry.
Yeah,
You carry on.
it's my favourite corner at my local racetrack, which is Snetterton, as you can see in the background. It's called Corums. It's quite a high-speed corner. As you can see, it's quite damp. So I think this was about midday. So the track was drying out nicely. But in the afternoon, we could ride quite a bit because I only had, well, they're not slicks, but they're good as. That's my first track day, actually. This is what the bike looked like when I dressed it up with the fairings, just to protect the inside track. Yeah. I actually picked them up from Scotland.
Oh.
Yeah. This is me going around the corner. My foot kept slipping off the pegs because I had no grip on my pegs.
Uh-oh. That always scares me.
It didn't bother me. I thought, well, because the track was damp, that's sort of good gauge to how far I was over anyways.
That's true.
And I get a little bit more confidence because, as you can see, it's drying out. Then I start to get into the swing. Whee!
Whee! Getting that knee down.
Yeah, as the track dried out, you could speed up. I mean, that was quite slippery when I was first going around. But you can see the blue forks on there at the moment.
Yeah.
They're the blue forks, and they are brilliant on track. Absolutely beautiful. But a bit harsh for the road. That's me coming out of that corner. Yeah. Well, that's what she looked like. About 2021. That'd have been 2016, so 5 years ago. I still got the bottom halves of them fairings, but they need tidying up, and that's why I'm doing another set. So they're off the bike at the moment. The rear seat is the actual same bit of fairing, but I just sprayed it white for leather. That's what I'm replacing with the fiberglass one, which I showed you earlier. I'll take that out because there's a bit tatty, that one. I was just really sort of like prototyping it to see how I could get the look, what I liked, because I wanted to be slightly different. Oh, there's the foam socks. These are made not by K&N. These are made by, I can never remember the name.
I won't be able to help you out either, I'm afraid.
They're I think they're a British make, but they're a lot cheaper than K&N's as well. I think they're like 18 quid for the pair. They cover 2 carbs, so you have to have 2 of them for the 4 carbs. But they're awesome. They give you the induction raw. I've got to stop sharing now.
People are appreciating the bike and hoping that you got different boots or different forks.
Yes. Good. I like that. What else we got? Shows. Oh, they want to know. I don't know if I've got pictures of her. Oh, I didn't show you this. Oh no. I'll show you these ones.
Yay! I love seeing pictures of bikes. I'm not very good with names or anything. I never have been. I'm not even going to pretend. But I think if they're pretty, they're pretty.
Yeah.
I should know better, but I don't. I'm not going to tell people.
Nah, the better it looks, the better. This is my grandson. He's the youngest member of the family.
Oh, look at his wee face.
Yeah, his dad had a Quacker 600, but he always wanted to sit on Grandpa's. And without even showing him, he knew exactly where the throttle was. And he's not that old there. He's only a few months old, like 9 or 10 months old there. As you can see, his hands on there, but he loved it. He just wanted to go outside and sit on Grandpa's motorbike.
See, that actually reminds me of the guy I was telling you with the Raccoon Helmet. Him and his wife had a baby, and she was riding her bike just before she well, just before her due date, heavily pregnant, on the bike, riding it, she would rest her bump on the tank. And and what happened was, after the baby was born, the baby could hear the motorbike in the womb, couldn't they? So he would have trouble sleeping unless you got him in his car seat and put him on the bike.
Oh,
But obviously, when he got older, he got used to going asleep without it. But she would have to take him out and put him in the car seat on top of the tank and give it a little squeeze of the throttle. Just he would fall asleep quite happy. I guess it was like the sort of almost vibrations of it,
yeah.
as well as the sounds, and that being what he was used to. But that kind of tells you how much she was on her bike with him
Oh,
when he
that's
was a
sweet.
baby. Mhm.
But yeah, it does. They do grow up liking them. I mean, we've all
It
seen
passes
it.
down, it really does. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that picture.
This is local to me. There's a local river. I thought I'd take some pictures of it after I'd.
Oh, I have to ask you a question.
Yep.
Mark says, can you ask Mabby what a racing setup would feel like on the roads just doing normal riding?
Very stiff. It'd be like, how can you say? It's like going from a mountain bike with suspension to a racing bike with no suspension. At low speed, I just feel like it hasn't got any suspension at all. That'd be really, really harsh compared to until you rid it really fast. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to ride it really fast, and it obviously had to be set up for the road you're riding on because every road's different, sort of thing. But that'd be harsh. Would probably be the best way to put it. It'd be like riding a pogo stick without any spring in it at slow speed, anyway. It'd be rideable, but it'd just be really harsh. You know, it's not designed for riding at slow speed. It's designed to be ridden flat out. So yeah, it doable.
Oh, at the beach having an ice cream party.
This is Southwold, yeah. It's where I grew up in my teens, so it's ideal for a motorcyclist. I used to live opposite that red mine. Parents had a house here, so I grew up in the 70s here, in Southwold by the beach. So, and yeah,
Lovely.
many good memories there.
I
Yeah.
think you're inducing some nice memories in the side chat.
Oh, am I?
You are. I'll read them out to you.
I'll have a look in a minute. Oh, and that's that lot. So we'll stop sharing that lot. Go back.
Iris Stu said, when my sons were growing up, I taught them left-hand clutch, right-hand throttle. And Tusk said, along them lines too. He said, my uncle taught me that too, Stu. I used to sit on the bus and practice rev, brake, and change gears, all while leaning into the corners. He must have looked like a right nutter.
Yeah, it's once you get a bit of experience in that, it all sort of comes natural. But yeah, it's a lot of people can't manage the clutch, throttle, the brake, and then you've got 2 feet as well. But yeah, nowadays you can get automatics, so you can get rid of the gear changing. The back brake you can have up on your thumb switch now, which is quite good.
There's been quite a few different modified bike to help people with different kinds of disabilities to ride bikes still, isn't there?
Oh yeah, there's companies specialise actually convert motorbike. So people, like maybe had their hands, so they can't use their hand as normal. They can put buttons,
Yeah.
literally buttons on the bike. And then there's one bloke I know that goes racing. He's only got one arm, and he actually, and he's hard to catch. Yeah. He is phenomenal, and he's got one arm. He lost it, and he used to race, and he thought, no, it's not going to stop me. And he just got on the bike and carried on, and he just sort of built his muscles up, obviously, from the one arm he had. He had to swap all the levers over to the left because he lost his right hand, and it wasn't going to stop him. They're persistent bikers.
My dad's friend's working on something like that in a moment. Because he doesn't have use of one of his arms completely. So he's just got a motorbike. So he's gonna try and see if his friend can fix it up for him that he can use it. So we shall see how that goes. And Mark's asking, are those brakes larger than normal? More designed for the track than the road?
And no, the 320s are standard. The originals were 320s, but they're a lot heavier because they're offset. So there's a lot more to them. So no, the standard brakes, 320s, 310s. That's sort of around about the size front brakes are now. Twins. It's got 4-pot calipers on each side, so basically 4 pistons pushing your pads like that. Squeeze, you are going to stop. And I'm a 2-finger braker. It doesn't need any more. If you do that, will just lock up and you lose control. So his brake is small lever on the left hand, and the clutch remained the same. I know the guy you're talking about. He's really good. Yeah, he's bloody awesome. Good on you, mate. I'm gonna stop me. Yeah.
Determination, huh?
Yeah, it is. I think I'd probably be the same. I wouldn't give up on them. And if I couldn't ride them, I'd still build them. It's a weird story because when I was married, obviously you sell everything, so make your kids right and everything. When you do, I don't know. I felt something was missing from me for about 10 years, and it wasn't until my stepson, the oldest one. I mean, there was like 7 years difference, but he's more like a brother than a stepson. But anyways, he got into scooters because he liked odd sort of thing and all that, and he was a bit worried about telling me because I was this big hard leather biker, which I'm not. I'm just someone who likes motorbikes. He was scared to tell me, like, so it's a scooter. It's just 2 wheels, mate. Enjoy it. Yeah. And he was surprised. So we had good fun. Ended up tuning one of his scooters up, stripped it right down, welded a pair of, and back in the day, I'd beat RD350s off the line, and they're a quick bike. And this thing was only a 200cc single cylinder scooter. I mean, it literally been stripped out as a Vespa, but that was awesome. That was good fun. I used to take, because he was in the Navy, so he said I could ride it every now and again. So I used to go around hunting these so-called fast motorcycles on this scooter, which had an expansion chamber on it, big bore kit, so it's 225cc, been poured, and that'd go like mad up to about 80 miles an hour, and that was it. You'd have to find a lot of corners quickly to get rid of the bike. I sent you a picture in Discord, and I don't know if you can show it to me. We all know it's not one.
Oh yeah, I will. Are you wanting me to show it to you now or after the stream? For no reason. On or
spiders from Can-Ams, yeah, that's cool.
I'll wait for her reply.
Who's it? They were on the tank of my partner's old Indian chief before it was even ever put into a car scene. I grew up in the family of bikers. Love everything with an engine, but I have a massive soft spot for bikes. Yeah, I think that's why my dad liked me messing with motorbike, because he used to have a motorbike when he was young before he got married, and I think I could see it in his eye every time I brought a motorbike. So what bloody junk you got now? And I knew he was just keen to come and look at it. And yeah, I think that's why he never said anything about me about motorbikes, because I think inside he just, you know, he would want one as well. But he's now 90, but I saw him a couple of years ago, and he said, you know, I wouldn't mind having a Harley now. Like, Dad, you're 88 years old, go for it. I thought it was quite funny, but he laughed. He had this little wry smile on his face, but I just thought it's funny because I think that was my brother's wedding or something or other. I did a reception. I turned up on my motorbike, and brother said, "Trust you to upstage the bride."
Oh,
What?
no.
Nah, she came right out. It's my niece, actually. Yeah, it's my brother's daughter, my sister's daughter. Yeah, it's my niece. She come running out and just jumped on me. Yeah, you turned up. She didn't care. She wanted to ride around the car park on the back of the bike. I said, "Now you're sitting on the handlebars." Or on the tank, anyways. She put around the tank. She loved it. So yeah, it's cool. Dad just sort of looked at me and smiled. Yeah, it's cool. But where else? Oh,
I'm just waiting on this picture to load to show you. Oh, wow.
yeah. That's not only do I like riding motorbikes, I like tuning them as well. I haven't started
After
on
you've
this.
talked about this, I'll have to show you the picture For No Reason sent me. It's amazing.
Yeah, this is a head
Whoa.
I got. Go back on. I haven't finished porting it though.
Whoa.
I've got to do the ports in here. I've got to clean all of these up in here. I got to sort of file them out where the valves go.
Really pretty.
Yeah, but that's the head. This is 750 head. I've done one before, but unfortunately something went wrong on number one cylinder and chewed all the cylinder out. I couldn't reuse it, so that was a bit gutting because I'd done all the porting on it already, but something wasn't quite right. I thought, well, twice as good. I'll be twice as good at putting it back together again. Now I've stripped it 3 times now, I think. The very first original engine I had with it were the GSXR 750. I don't know what the original mileage was because it stopped at 32,000 because the speedo was broke. And it'd been through several hands, so it could have been 40, it could have been 100, I don't know. But I clocked it from there, and I'd done about 120,000 miles on it, and I wasn't kind to it. I was abusing it. So I tried to blow the engine up because I didn't think I was going to last that long. And about 120,000 miles later of me hard riding it, that the head gasket suddenly started to weep. I better about time. And I stripped it right down, have a clean of it, see what it's like, and see all the wear. And the only wear I could find, if I let's have a look. The only wear I could actually find is probably not on here. No, oh yes, I have.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yep.
I retract my statement.
I found it. Right.
Okay.
This is the thrust bearing as well as where are we? Pinion as well. That operates the clutch. Basically, it pulls it off and on, whether it works or not.
Yeah.
And this is the only wear I could actually find on the bike after 120,000 abusive miles. Right. If you look at these bearings, take no notice of the shiny bit, that's fine. I measured that and there's no measurable wear. These bearings here, these needle roller bearings, these long ones,
yeah.
you can see they're pitted. Right. They're pitted because they're rusted, and obviously someone, never bothered. Because when I changed the oil when I originally got out, it was just like water. So I should imagine this is corrosion. That's the only wear I could actually find in the engine.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the engines are built like bullets. This is mass-produced engine. It's not, nothing special. Yeah, mass-produced engine. And that's the only wear I could actually find. So obviously I bought a new one of those. You just buy it in a ring, like a washer sort of thing. The thing next to it is the timing thingy bob jigger. I can't remember now. But yeah.
The whatchamacallit.
Sorry?
The whatchamacallit.
Yeah, the whatchamacallit, watching my flip thingy. But that was literally the only thing I had to replace in the engine. Everything else, the clutch plates were fine. Well, I put new clutch pads in it anyway. But the rest of the engine, there's nothing I needed to replace. And I was just amazed how technology moved on. Because if you'd have done that with an engine 20 years ago, that'd have blown up within the first 10,000 miles, the way I was treating it. So to do 120,000, and you couldn't find anywhere. I think, wow, tolerances. Thank you. Advanced retard mechanism. Yeah, the timing. Well, it's not the advanced retard. It's just the timing trigger. Yeah, the trigger, timing trigger. But yeah, because we're there.
May I jump in for a second, please?
Yes. Yep.
We're approaching almost 2 hours, meaning it's time for our last questions.
Yep.
And any last things you would like to say. But while you have a little think about that, I'll show you what For No Reason would like me to share with you.
Ah, cool, yeah.
So any last questions for Matt B? Also, he'll be in Hobby Corner. Please don't forget to subscribe to him and see some of his awesome bike videos. Where are we? What is this? Oh, there we are. Here.
Ivan.
This is what...
That's pretty
know if
good, isn't it?
That's madness.
Yeah, it's cool. That looks like fun. Anyone up for it?
I would like a shot, that's for sure. But I would like some more safety equipment.
That add new meaning to Speedway.
Look at him squat down. That's actual chariot. I don't have Twitter, so I don't know if I'm seeing everything I need to. But this is really cool.
That is awesome, isn't it?
I'll send you the link so you can look into that a little bit more as well. In fact, I'll pop it in the side chat.
Yep. Before I go, I'll just show you a rear tire to give you an idea how big it is. Yeah.
That would make a nice tire swing.
You can see how I don't really tell you how big it is, does it? Cigarette lighter, give you an idea how wide they are. Meow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, it looks like I'm like squinting at you. It's because I'm leaning in and I don't have my glasses on. I'm gonna get in trouble for that later.
All right. You can see what I mean, that they're like slicks. That's basically the only tread that one, but that just gives you so much grip. But it's not very good to ride in the wet, so please don't, fellas.
No, bad idea.
Yeah. Sorry, Dom. Yeah, so late Discord.
Yeah, that's that. Tina, thank you for posting my Discord and my B's channel in the side chat.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to invite to my channel, I'm in. It's Discord. So
I don't have your Discord link, but
Do you not? Oh, well, don't put it on here. We'll put it in your Discord.
okay, and then we can hop it if anybody would like to talk to you some more about bikes, which I'm thinking for no reason, and Irish Stew and Ox might want to. And a couple of other people seem very interested. Is there anything else you would like to say before we start saying goodbyes? Or is there any last questions?
All I could add to that was if you do go out, leave the ego at home, just ride your bike and enjoy it. Have fun.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just, everyone has abilities. And just enjoy what you've got. But if you can pick up a cheap moped or something for about 50, 60 quid, or if you're a little bit, was it vertically challenged, I think they call it now. You could always get a mini moto. There's plenty of mini bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, plenty of mini bikes you can ride.
I love a mini bike.
Yeah.
Perfect for Ette.
Yeah. They're awesome and they're good fun. Absolutely fun. But yeah, just buy one and enjoy it. Before they get banned.
Be safe on the road.
Yeah.
And always ride shiny side up.
Yeah. The tip for riding a bike, always look as far ahead as you can and assume every single person is trying to kill you and you'll be safe.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I always tell people. Look far forward. Yeah. And look where you want to go, not where you are going. And you'll find the bike will actually turn.
And also, don't forget to do your safety checks.
Yeah, always check your tire pressures, please, after every ride. Just before you go out, actually, and check your chain, adjust your chain. Unless you got a posh person, you've got a shaft drive motorbike, which I don't. That's challenge. That's tempting. Very tempting.
I want to say thank you very much for coming on. I've really enjoyed you being here. It's been so long since we've been talking. So I'm very happy to be talking with you again.
Yeah, been super fun and for no reason, it normally goes right onto the edge. I can't remember what that is. I was probably using it as a road tire, but yeah, that'll go right to the side. Gotta get it over, ain't you? But thank everyone for coming, and most enjoyable. And look forward to seeing you all soon again.
Yeah, and remember to go into his Discord to check it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm quite proud of myself. I made that today.
Don't forget to hit the like button.
Yeah, don't forget that. And don't forget to go to Madstu's channel and like and subscribe him and his videos. And the bell notification do-woppy. And if you have any more questions that haven't been answered here, please go to my hobby corner, and I believe that he's a sweetie pie and is happy to talk about bikes with you.
There's one I forgot to mention, but if you do go to mine, look at them at the videos on my channel, look at the main ones, you'll see a lot of them are sort of like 13, 14. Don't look at them ones because they're just like 3-minute ones. But I did put a couple together so they're all amalgamated, but enjoy. Yeah.
And you're ready to say bye-bye now?
Yep. Bye everyone.
Well, bye everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, where's the button? There it is. Okay, bye.